like playing out there with Precious and Christian?
Triple H. Yeah, no, it's good. Find the chemistry back. Like I said, we feed off each other, so that's really good. And Christian is just another body that we can use, protect the rim, offensive rebounds. So it feels good to have guys that can protect the rim, move fast, and play together.
Nick was talking about you guys playing a lot of zone defense with these three guys at the back. Does that help you defensively, or how does it help?
I mean, the only thing that's hard on defense is usually on the zone is the rebound. But I think since we're pretty tall, we could cover that part. It's a lot easier to cover a zone and cover a man sometimes. So I definitely think that it's helping us, and we can feed off. Like I said, we can help each other on that part. Just better communication, who's protecting the rim and who's at the wing.
Is the rebounding difference, is it more you have to attack the ball than look for somebody to box out, or what?
I mean, I feel like usually you got either Precious and Christian or me and Christian on one side, so it's easier to rebound a zone when you got two guys that way instead of going one-on-one. For example, Christian against Steven Adams or whatever. Usually you need two guys, and then that means somebody's open, but in the zone, not everybody's crashing, so you get more men to rebound.
Nick was talking about getting matched up. Was that a problem before? Or?
I think in transition, the team are running really fast, and we score, and the ball is on the other side, and usually it's hard for us to figure out who's guarding who because, like I said, sometimes I'm the 4, sometimes Precious the 5, sometimes I'm the 5, and everybody's running to a man, but it's a transition. Everybody can get the closest guy. So when you run into a zone, it's a lot easier because you got one section. You run to that spot and you're good.
Nick talked about you and Precious have an offensive rebounding advantage, but on the offensive side of things, like you send them to play with two of you.
I think it's different every game. Sometimes we're more in the paint. Sometimes, like yesterday, we're shooting well at 3. So it always keep the teams on their toes, not really knowing what we're going to do. But I think just the fact that we're feeding off each other, and you never know when it's coming. Precious could give you a quick 10, I could give you a quick 10, and sometimes the combination of both usually help the bench a lot. So I think that's the one thing that's helpful. We've been doing it for a lot, so Precious is coming back to himself, and it's a lot easier.
What is it that makes a bench unit click? Like there was that moment last year, sort of in the middle of the season, where you guys seemed to really figure it out, and then last couple games have been really good. Is there something that sort of makes it feel like that group is coming together?
Watching you guys talk about us usually help us a lot. I think we all tired of, hearing the bench not doing a lot, and it's our job to come here and put in work and being able to play together. And obviously we want to win games, and every time that you hear that we're losing because of the bench, we're concerned of that, and we want to prove you guys wrong.
How is Gary helping that group?
He's a great offensive player that hits shots. It brings offense that we need a little bit on the bench, and one thing I've realized that he's doing the passes now off the shooting, and they know they're gonna shoot it, and he hits the pocket, he hits the roll a couple times, and just to stay the level of his basketball IQ right now is getting a lot better, and it's helping us a lot.
In comparison to last year when you and Precious were in the front court, now you got Christian in there with you as well. How does that change your role and also Precious' role offensively in the back room?
Depending on who's playing the wing during that day, I think you're more, relocation. You got to be at the right spot because usually you're the one that gets a kick out. Also having Christian set in the role and all, that means one of us is not doing a lot of pick and rolls and all, so we got to find another way to be effective, and that's just things that we're learning on the fly. But I think it's really good just to help us develop our other games and not be pick and roll guy only and stuff like that.
You haven't had a whole lot of success in these doubleheader situations this year. How do you hope what can you do to make this one different?
Well, we gotta play a little better, right? We gotta go from one game to the next and improve on the things we did, either fixing things that weren't as good as we'd like them to be, or getting to our some areas of strength in the game a little more often last night.
You mentioned how Gary's become or has been professional all season.
Yep.
A while ago, you said he needs to pick up his defense. What was that conversation like with him at the time, and how did you receive that?
Really good. Just similar to what I said last night. He's very coachable and tries to do everything we ask and does it in a professional manner.
What did you see in the first quarter that you'd like to adjust defensively?
Well, we again there was some transition that wasn't clean enough. There was some penetration into the paint that we were trying to keep them out of the paint a little bit. And then it was just a few things schematically too that we just didn't cover right or communicate on the switches or whatever. There was a lot to improve, obviously, defensively last night, not just in the first quarter.
Nick, you mentioned wanting to get this team to its potential. That's your focus. How do you view that potential change from what it was at the start of the season?
No, I mean I think that. I don't really ever grade it maybe the way you guys grade it. Like, did the team reach its potential last year? I don't know. We were still on our way, right? Like, it's kind of one of those things about, what do you expect? Well, I'm going to try to keep pressing forward so that they get better, right? And that should have no ceiling.
What do you think of LaMelo Ball?
What do I think of him? Very talented, right? Really hard to guard with first of all, any of these guys that are shooting from 40 feet make you cover a lot of space, right? So that's difficult. He's really, really good with the ball, good first step, all that stuff, quickness, all that stuff. He's got size. He's tough, man. Tough.
He seems to be able to generate passes.
Yeah. Yeah. My game was exactly opposite of that, right? And I always just wonder what it must feel like when you know you can do that every time down the floor. Like, how do you choose when to and when not to? Like, it's a big mystery for me.
The last couple of games, we've seen Fred like about a dozen shots, not that many, but he sort of played more of a floor general type of role, especially in last night's game. What's the ideal role for him night to night, and is it sort of dependent on sort of how other guys are affecting the offense as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think shot counting and all that stuff is probably not his main concern. He's concerned with winning, and I think that's all that matters.
What did you get Boucher for his birthday?
His 30th birthday? I don't even know yet, man.
A win.
But big shout out to CB on his birthday, man. More life.
What has it felt like playing with those bench lineups lately?
I wouldn't say it feels different. Either way, we go out there, we're trying to win each quarter, win each possession. So at the end of the game, we can have the dub. That's what we try to do.
Does your approach change at all, compared to playing with the starters, where obviously there's a lot of different options, having to sustain the offense for that group?
No, either lineup I'm with or whoever's on the floor, whoever I'm out there with, go out there and play basketball, to the best that I can, trying to help a teammate, get off, or I get off in a sense, but, just trying to win. That's most important.
Gary, when you look at how well you've been playing the last 15 games or so, compared to that streak in, I think, November, when you were something pretty bad for about 10 games or so.
I was bad.
I
was bad for 10 games?
Slumped, right?
Slump. What's a slump?
Just shooting percentage off.
Okay. Right on.
Just by numbers.
Yeah.
Do you kind of look at when you're going good versus when you're not going good and trying to find what's different?
Not even. My approach is the same. Make or miss. Again, I'm going to put in the work so I can sleep at night. I'm going to lay my head down comfortably. I believe in my craft. I believe in my work. I trust in my work. Continue to do that. Good games, bad games. Again, it's already written. It's going to be what it's going to be.
How much of it is just getting healthy for you?
Well, everybody deal with certain things, bump and bruises. That really can't be an excuse that you can run with or go with. No matter what, you out there, you got to do a job. Go out there, play hard, and do your job to your best ability.
You guys reached the halfway point last night. You're about 3 games back at last year's pace, and then you had that big run last year in the second half. What is it that's going to get you on that run for this time around? Like, is it one end of the court over the other, or? The obvious answer is wins, but
yeah, I wouldn't even say that. I would just say everybody, coaching staff, players, just dig deep within themselves. Find somewhere in themselves to. It's a bigger picture. There's a bigger goal. There's a bigger thing. Everybody's trying to accomplish one goal here, which is win. Everybody need to do something in some way, shape, or form to sacrifice to that, and I feel like that'd be the best way for everything to be smooth sailing.
Obviously, you guys pulled out the win last night, but there were some defensive lapses. How difficult is it? What stands out to you about the combination between Ball and Rozier?
So that one with Ball and Rozier?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, phenomenal talents. The way they score the basketball, their numbers called, they're being aggressive, they're attacking, they score the ball at a high level, just try to lock in on little details of things, try to lock in on Rozier a little bit more, try to lock in on LaMelo, try to take them out of their game plan and what they originally do and what they're comfortable doing, and really just try to make them uncomfortable and not to really give us the best chance to be successful and to lock them up.
Is that more like denying passing lanes or getting in their space a little bit more?
It could be denying passing lanes, it could be playing harder, it could be boxing out, again, the little details. So whether it's boxing out, whether it's not fouling on defense, whether it's staying sound, whether it's talking to one another, so those little things that help a lot.
Nick,
Chris was here talking about how he's noted that you've been improving as a passer as well, especially now that, especially when you're the second year, you're the first option, there's a lot of guys on you. How much are you looking to add that passing element to your game as well?
Well, literally, whatever opportunity presents itself, obviously with that second unit, it's more of a rotation and pass it and try to get guys going with the starter lineup. Everybody can get it in a sense. It's trying to get to it in a sense, but really just trying to, get the ball moving, get the flow with the second unit, make sure everybody, getting their touches and type of thing like that. So really just trying to play and make sure everybody's smooth sailing and we just keep going.
And you're out there a lot with Malachi in that second unit right now. He's going through a little bit of a shooting slump just in the last week or so. How do you sort of get him out of that streak and get him back to where he was going at the start of the season?
Tell him no matter what, keep shooting. It's going to come, and believe in your work. He came in here, one of the first ones in here, he in the gym getting to it. So that's all he really can do. Again, if you work and you put the hours in and it's time after time, you can sleep at night, make, miss. If you put the work in, you good.
Nick described you as very professional, and some of the stuff you're saying right now is just the work ethic coming in. Is that from, growing up around NBA guys and being in locker rooms and stuff, and where does that come from?
It could be a splash of that, but really it's just from my father. He instilled in me early on what it's going to take, bumps in the roads that may present itself. Again, you can't control none of that, but only control what you can control. Stay solid to yourself, stay true to yourself. Don't be hating on nobody. Go out there and have all love, positivity. And at the end of the day, no matter what he's telling me have fun. No matter what's going on, no matter up and down, no matter not enjoying it, mad, sad, have fun with it. You playing in the NBA, you living out your dream. A lot of people kill for your position, so, yeah.
Your shooting percentages within 10 feet of the basket way up to last season. Was that any kind of focus for you in the offseason?
Most definitely. I really want to focus on, I need to get my left hand better. I need to get my ball hand a little bit better, my playmaking a little bit better, and that's everything I just try to attack, come back with something new, come back better every single year, and continue to just show and prove, but again, continue to get on that, continue to work on that, continue to try to excel that, so.
At the end of last season, you had said that someone you really took from in terms of their approach was Pascal. Was there anything from his approach that you actually incorporated into your game?
I wouldn't say really I stole his blueprint, but I would just, his approach, obviously, he comes in, he puts in the work, good game, bad game, he's going to work. Obviously, I already knew that, and it's good to see that, but when you got Pascal doing it and leading the way and everybody see it and follow it, can't do nothing but do the dominoes fall in effect. So, it's cool. It's great to have guys here that work, and he's not the only one. Freddie comes in, put the work as well. OG come in, put the work. Scotty's working on his game as well too. So everybody's trying to get better and trying to improve, and trying to take a jump.